Hello, welcome to ENC 3249, Technical and Professional Communication for Computing. So in this class, we're going to talk about certain kinds of writing that you're going to be expected to know when you get a job in your field. So your department is preparing you for the kinds of technical things you need to know, but this class is going to go over the things, the kinds of writing that you're going to need to know how to do. And there are certain things that are very common across these fields and some things that we're going to go over that are a little bit more specific to a computing sort of work environment, whether it's IT, computer engineering, computer science. So we're going to go over some of those basic kinds of writing that you may be expected to do at your job with nobody to explain to you at your job how to do them. In this video, I'm going to go over some of the basics of the course that you need to understand so that you know what to do the first week and so that you understand how the course is going to operate. Okay? So first of all, you do need to read the syllabus, which is under the syllabus tab. And the syllabus goes over all the policies you need to know that are going to affect your grade, including what are you allowed to revise and how long do you have to revise it. You know, how long do you have if you want to turn something in late, and how much is your grade going to be penalized? Those are policies that you are expected to know. You'll also find in the syllabus the information about the textbook you need, and you do need that edition. You can buy the textbook from the FIU bookstore. You can also buy it from the publisher, but I do need you to buy that version of the book, and I strongly recommend that you buy the ebook so that you get instant access. Okay, I don't care if you buy the hard copy if you really want the hard copy, but just know that if you order the hard copy, you're likely going to have to wait for it, and the class is going to continue to move, and you need to have the book. Whereas if you buy the ebook, you get it right away. So I recommend you do that. You also need the book for two reasons. Number one, you're going to be quizzed heavily on the book. There are a lot of quizzes throughout the semester, and they are going to ask you to read a textbook chapter and take a quiz. So if you don't have the textbook, that's going to hurt your grade. The other reason you need the book is because I'm going to expect you to know what's in the book. Whenever I have a video or a lecture or anything like that where I'm explaining something, like memos, I expect you to have read the chapter on memos, taken the quiz on memos, and then when I'm giving you information, it's just additional information or clarifying information. If something was confusing in the chapter and I'm trying to make it easier to understand. But I'm not going to cover everything that was in the chapter. And the chapters are really useful because they give examples, they show you what it should look like. So when you're writing these kinds of things, you can look at examples and understand what you're supposed to be writing. So you do need the textbook. And the other thing I wanted to go over in this video is that throughout the semester, you're going to be turning in writing. And throughout the semester, I'm going to be reading it and commenting on it. But I want enough time to give you the comments so that you can read them before the next piece of writing is due. In order for us to fall into a pattern of you writing, me reading and commenting, you reading my comments, and then you writing again, back and forth between me and you, we have to have due dates. And those due dates this semester are going to be Tuesday and Saturday at midnight. So every week, if it's a Tuesday, you have something due from me. If it's a Saturday, you have something due from me. Okay? Now, you are allowed to turn in work early. And the way the class is going to work is that on Tuesday, something is due at midnight. And Wednesday at 12:01, the assignments will open, and you will have until Saturday to do those assignments. So you'll have all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, all day Friday, and all day Saturday to do the Saturday assignments. So you have 4 days. Then Saturday at midnight, you turn those in, or before midnight would be better. And then Sunday at 12:01, your Tuesday assignments will open, and you'll have all day Sunday, all day Monday, and all day Tuesday to do those. So you have 3 days to do those. So we're splitting the week in half. And you have half the week to do one set, half the week to do the other set. And it's literally going to stay in that pattern constantly. I recommend that you don't always wait until 11:59 on the due date, because you may encounter an assignment that has 2 parts to it or requires more of you than you might have thought originally, and you will turn it in late and get penalized. So aim for at least like 10 o'clock on Saturday instead of midnight on Saturday so that you don't go past the due date. All right? Now, to help you throughout the semester, I'm going to post announcements. Now, these announcements will be of 2 kinds. One kind of announcement is periodically me announcing here's what's due for the next week, or here's what's due for the next 10 days, and it's going to be a list of these are Tuesday's assignments, these are Saturday's assignments, these are Tuesday's assignments, so that you can make sure you're doing everything you need to do and you can use it as a checklist. Okay? The other kind of announcement that I'm going to be posting are posting things that will clarify things for you. So, for example, if there's a technical glitch with an assignment and I need you to understand a workaround for that technical glitch, or if I've decided not to do an assignment because something's going on in Canvas and it's way too complicated and I'm just throwing out the assignment, that would come to you through an announcement. Announcements is where anything related to the operation of the class is going to come to you. So you need to make sure your announcements are enabled and that you're checking them. If you have disabled your announcements or if you're not checking them, you are going to be out of the loop in some ways as the class progresses. Okay? So it's important that you have access to those. Importantly, you will be getting announcements with those due dates, like I said, but I want to make sure that you understand that the best way to operate this course is through the Modules tab. So if you log into Canvas and into our class, you'll see a tab that says Modules, and if you click on Modules, you will see a list in order of every single thing you have to do all semester long, literally in order. And then on top of that, you'll have a list that I'm giving you to double check that everything is there. Theoretically, you could go through calendars, and a lot of students like that. However, if I post something like a video for you, or an assignment sheet, or something like that, that doesn't come with a due date, it will not appear on your calendar. Only things with due dates appear in your calendar, so I strongly recommend you go through Modules. The other thing I want you to understand is that if you knew there was a quiz due or something like that, you could go under quizzes to find that quiz. But you better make sure that you're not forgetting an assignment then, right? Like, I knew there was a quiz, but I forgot that there was a discussion. But if you had just gone under Modules, you would see literally everything I posted for you, including videos, assignment sheets, quizzes, discussions, modules, literally in order. So I highly recommend that you go through the Modules tab. Okay? 2 more points. I also want you to understand that this class is very collaborative in nature. You are going to be expected to read each other's work, comment on each other's work all the time throughout this whole semester. And that's not just me being like a weird teacher or whatever. This is part of preparing for the technical and professional workplace. So when you work in a technical and professional environment, you are going to have to do collaborative work. And sometimes that's teamwork, and sometimes it's just working with one other person, giving one other person feedback, but you are constantly going to have to talk to other people about work in lots of different ways. And this class is meant to prepare you for that too. So one of the examples I use a lot is the iPhone, right? So a lot of people think I'm going to be an IT major and I'm probably not going to have to deal that much with other people except the people who want my help as an IT specialist, but not going to have to deal that much with other coworkers or whatever. People have all these delusions about how they're going to get to be a loner in their careers, or how they're going to do very little writing in their careers. It's not true. Even in a technical field like computer science, you're going to have to do lots of writing at work all the time, and you have to work with other people. So the iPhone's a good example because every single person who worked on the iPhone worked on a team, right? One person did not program the iPhone. Teams and teams of people program the iPhone, right? So to have been a part of that project, you had to work in a group. But also, just in a workplace, people are going to constantly come to you. Like, can you look at my code? Can you look at this email? Can you look at this letter? Can you look at whatever? And read it or look at it and give me feedback. And you are going to be asked to do that so much at work. And so I'm going to ask you to do it this semester so that you get good at looking at other people's work, looking at other people's ideas, and giving them feedback on what is strong about their idea, what's not strong, what's strong about their writing, what's not strong, and learn to give that feedback in a useful way to the person who's getting the feedback and in a polite and professional way. So that's part of the class. Okay, the last thing I wanted to go over in this video is that I'm a real person. So it's very easy to feel disconnected in a fully online environment and think that I just like put the shell up and I never look at it again and like a robot is grading your papers. or whatever, but that's not the case here. I'm a real person. I wrote all the assignments. I read everything you write. I'm the one leaving all the comments. And what I mean to say when I bring that up is that if you have a question about anything in the class, please, please, please just reach out to me and I will help you, okay? Because I want you to succeed in this class. If we need to, we can do a Skype conversation, or we can talk on the phone or whatever, but I'm here to answer your questions, so please email me if you have questions, because I am really here. I am really a real person, okay? So that covers the basics. What you need to do next is read the syllabus, take the syllabus quiz, and do the introduce yourself discussion before Tuesday at midnight for the first set of assignments. I have also written an announcement with this week's assignments. So go ahead and see if you can find the first announcement to make sure you understand how to find them. So do those 3 assignments, find the first announcement, and welcome to the class. Email me if you have any questions.